Okay, this is the pregame show. Thank you, replay viewers, for watching. And in a moment, we will get a notification. Yeah. Wow, I can't believe how tired I am. YouTube, yeah, here we go. Oh, wow, we got it. Hey, look at this, folks. Wow. All right, I'm going to turn the volume down. Wow, we're good to go. Look at this. Hey, we're actually live, and we're on the Action 5. Something a little bit different. I'm sorry, guys, the angle so low. I'm on the Ulanzi battery tripod. Now, last time, if I'm not mistaken, I used the Ulanzi MT44, so it's like a pot, about like this, right? This is the battery tripod, and it's like a it's like a handle, but it's got a battery in it for recharging. And so I'm actually recharging the camera at the same time. So, all right, now let me just turn this around. I'm at Jar Jar. Let me turn this around a little bit because I just want to show you something of what it looks like. Let me swipe up on the back screen. I'm going to turn this down a little bit, but yeah, that's what it looks like where we're at now. And the title of my live stream is supposed to be J Boy, but let me fix that. The stinking, what am I trying to say? The text is so small when I'm typing it. It's crazy, So, can I, the one I'm doing right this second, can I change that? Gosh, I don't know. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know if I can. J-Boy, I'm sorry. I'm going to change it the minute that I can. I'm looking at the Studio app, and I don't think I can. I'm not going to change it until it's done. In fact, I don't even see it live. This is just something about this app. Shorts, live. Nope, I don't see the live thing that I'm doing right this second. I only see the live stuff that I've done previous, so I'm sorry, but it's supposed to be J-Boy, because I was talking to J-Boy earlier, and J-Boy told me that I have to stream. Let me go back on the front screen. He told me I got to stream, man, and it's like, okay, well, if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do. That's just how it is. So, I need to change. No, I don't. I'm not going to. There he is. Nice header title, I know. But there's the man himself, J-Boy. I spelled it wrong. Oh gosh, listen. I'm using Chrome on my phone, and it's like this big, and I'm like, how did I say Bay? I'm so sorry, man. I gotta change it. I don't know if I can change it using the other thing. Let me see if I can change it using Chrome. Can I? No, I can't. I can't. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Edit. Ooh, maybe I can. Hold on. Gosh, I just gotta I really have to, I gotta blow this up. Let me go, J-Boy says I gotta stream. Okay. Maybe save. Did that change? Oh my goodness. Did that change? Well, you're more gracious than me. So, let me know, bro. Refresh it if it says J-Boy now. But the thing is I try to be responsive, to my followers and so forth. And what's that crown that says #1? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Oh, top fans. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe you're a top fan. I have no idea. Whoa. Jar Jar store they've been closed for an hour, but I think they're still inside. I think they're still doing stuff. And so, yeah. Actually, for me, this is a bit early. Putting on some lip balm. For as humid as it is, and as hot and stuff, it's still crazy on my lips. But yeah, so let me know if I was able to change it in the YouTube studio. But wow, listen, I'm using these things here. This is these are cooling wipes, and the cooling wipes I got from Japan. And I'm kind of disappointed. I thought they would be like really, really cool, because I mean, I got like this amazing fan in Japan. It was cheap and very powerful. I got some spray too, but it just didn't. The ones I get in Taiwan, they seem better than this. You are famous. You've been famous. Yeah, and maybe I can make you more famous. Maybe I can make you like the biggest distributor of Old Monk in Asia. The problem is, you know, if I had access to unlimited amounts of Old Monk, I'd be in a hospital with a liver transplant. It's crazy. Rob Kilo got me some rum from Costco, you know, the Kirkland. It's phenomenal. It's the best rum I've ever had. And the problem is, I want to go, he's got me 6 bottles. I want to go through it like immediately. Can't do it though. So do you guys mind the low perspective? Because usually when I live stream, it's, you know, more like this, right, where I'm up. But this is a low tripod, and I actually forgot that I don't have the, you know, I forgot that I don't have the tall one with me. I'm sorry. But anyway, so interesting. Kingmakers, yeah, that's a very good point, isn't it? And it is often people behind the scenes, and the ones up front are the puppets. So, hey, anyway, gotta love Facebook. Some woman, Cecilia Tucker, somebody posted a picture from 1969 or something, 1970, from one of the Apollo missions, and it's the Earth, and she's like, "Oh, it's not a representation of our world." I'm like, well, who, you know, then what is it? These people are deluded. What is wrong with people? I don't know, man. I don't know. But here's what I want to talk about. You know, I've been a big fan of DJI. I got a lot of DJI stuff. I got their drone 2 years ago. Finally, you know, I was late in getting a drone. But I've also had Insta360, and I've had, you know, 360 stuff. But now there's a company that's come out with a 360 drone, and, you know, the anti-gravity thing. Please. Did you really have to take that domain and that whole thing, and you're not actually doing anti-gravity? Will you please stop it? It's not anti-gravity, it's a drone. But what I'm saying is Insta360, and I want you to follow me. Insta360 partnered with some people doing a drone. And all I gotta say is, it's too bad it's gonna fail. I know you're looking at me going, well, what do you mean it's going to fail? I want you to use your head. You got 2 companies. One is known for drones, and one is known for 360. Now, in my opinion, the best thing would have been if those 2 could have collaborated and cooperated. I'm guessing they tried, and one of the 2 companies didn't want to do it. But hear me out. So, what's easier? To add a drone to a 360 camera, you know, with the remote control, transmission protocols, all the stuff that's necessary, flight controls, all that. Or adding 360 to a drone, which is easier? Yeah, door number 2. So what did DJI just do? They came out with the Osmo 360. I don't think you have to be a genius to recognize that their next drone is going to be a 360 drone. And whatever Insta360 did with this anti-gravity thing, going to disappear. Because here's the thing, I already got a DJI drone. A lot of people do. So chances are the DJI drone that they're going to come out with will work with my remote control. It'll work with my goggles. It'll work with the batteries and all the other stuff I already got. That 360 drone, don't get me wrong, it's a great idea. And it looks like it's very well implemented, but it can't possibly be a success because it's a parallel universe and it's too late. Sorry to say that. That's just the way it is. So I'm not getting one, but I tell you, I loved the video footage that I saw in the demonstrations, but I'm not getting one because I'm going to wait probably the Mini 3, Mini 4, probably the Mini 5 Pro. I don't know what they're going to do. I'll make a prediction. They'll come out with a 360 drone that's very similar to the Mini Pro series because it'll be sub 250, right? It'll be 249. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. And it may actually, here's one thing they're going to do. They're going to come out with a 360 drone, or they might add 360 to several drones. But whatever the drone already has, it has, and they're going to add 360 to it. So it'll still have a front camera, on a gimbal. All the sensors, all that jazz. They're just going to add 360 to it, and they're going to destroy everybody else. Because the anti-gravity drone, as good as it looks, and as fun as it looks, and the images are phenomenal, no doubt about that, but it doesn't have the object avoidance, and it doesn't have the programmability and all that stuff. I mean, I held off on getting the Mini 4, which I probably should have, Mini 4 Pro. I'm waiting for the Mini 5 Pro because I want to be able to program waypoints. Rob and I are doing things that we want to be able to fly a drone mission, point the camera certain ways, up, down, left, right, whatever, and photograph some very specific things in very specific paths. We also are looking at run lines on maps, and we need to fly a mission along a certain line to discover things. That's why I need the missions. I need mission capability. And I don't know. I mean, I can do that in the Mini 4. So the Mini 5 will be amazing. So for me, the anti-gravity one, it's gonna fail. You can't compete with DJI when it comes to drones. You can't. Governments are all upset about that. And they're doing all kinds of legislation, to try to keep DJI out of the market because the domestic brands can't compete. Well, you can't compete because DJI is amazing. And they're really great. So anyway, that's my prediction. They just came out. DJI just came out with a 360 camera for a reason. It's an experiment. A lot of people buying it. Supposedly the X5 looks better. I don't know. I think it depends on you, what you're filming, but it's good enough. And the other thing too, you gotta understand this. The color profiles will all match. So you can shoot in, I guess it's D-Log M. Anyway, I shoot in this sky raw. I shoot the Pocket 3 raw. I shoot the drone raw. I threw it all into DaVinci. Use the lookup table that a lot It's designed for the raw file to recover the color. And wow, it's magic. It all blends. It looks like the same camera. So you're not going to get that with the 360. Insta360, because right now I'm editing a movie that I shot on my trike using the Action 5 Pro and the Insta360 X4. They look completely different. I'm not going for an award, so I don't care, but I'm just saying. Yeah. And then the Fuji is a whole nother matter. With that Fuji. I got the small rig cage. I got the small rig cage for the Action 5 and the small rig cage for the X4. I gotta tell you, small rig, amazing company, and whatever I have that they have a cage for, I'm getting. Amazing protection. You wouldn't believe how cool this Action 5 Pro looks with the small rig cage on it, and it's completely protected. It's phenomenal. One of the reasons I got it is because, you know, using it on the trike, riding and things, if something happens, it takes a fall, well, yeah, there you go. Unbelievable. Sorry, you don't want to know what I just saw. Anyway. So I'm having some Cheetos. Let me tell you, I'm going riding tomorrow. I'm not eating. I'm cutting out food. I'm going for a week. I'm gonna see how much weight I can lose by next weekend. That's the goal. Let me turn this around, because I think that this is interesting. The small cage, or small rig cage also, it takes some of the heat away. Camera's hot, but it's sinking the heat away from the body, which is cool. That was my hand on top, you know, just checking the heat. Let's go over here. A little more this way. There you go. Nice quiet night here. That is quite a, it is. Look how wide that is. J-Boy, this is the Action camera. How does this look? You know, I'm looking at the playback. By the way, I'm broadcasting in 1080p, which usually I do 720, but I wanted to try 1080 with this, and I think it looks phenomenal. I really do. Of course, it's YouTube, so you can just, you know, pinch and zoom, but yeah, the colors look good too. This camera is known for its low light performance. Remember last time though we had the roaches? Dave, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. Fist bump to you too, bro. Dave J-Boy and I were talking today, we were chatting. And he said I absolutely must live stream. So this is what I'm doing. I'm live streaming. Let me pull this back a little bit. Latency's not too bad. I'm watching the playback. I'm very impressed. The camera is, wow, quite good. Yeah. Using the Action 5 Pro. Anyway, can't really see them unless you zoom in, but there's a couple across the street, and I just can't believe what the woman is wearing, but all right. Yeah, well, thanks, Dave. Thanks to you, too. I remember when I used to do the rum and scope thing, you know, on actual Periscope. Sorry about the angle. It's a little bit lower than I would like, but you know, I got the mini tripod, which is a battery tripod, and I'm using the battery in the tripod to recharge the camera. But back in the old days, I remember Matthew and Eric and some others. They told me never stop scoping. Kind of cool. Well, but you know what happened was the app went away, and yeah, times change and so forth. And I always think I'm losing my relevancy. And then again, internet places like Reddit don't help either. Cops on duty, taking a left over there. Ah, nose hair is cool. I bumped it up to 1080p, so this should actually be pretty good. More resolution than the last live stream. And it is 11:26, which isn't that late. But man, there's a lot of traffic out here. Now tomorrow, the battery pack that I ordered is going to be here. I'm going to install it on the trike. I'm going to connect my headlights to it, and also my horn. So it's going to be interesting how that all comes together, and it's quite a big battery pack, so it will last some time without having to recharge. That's all I want. I wanted to be able to run it like all day, because what I want is I want to run the lights during the day. There's 3 power levels. The low power level on daylight is bright enough that you can see it like a daytime running light. So I want to run that, and then of course at night you want to bump it up in the medium or high power. But I want to be able to do that without having to recharge the battery immediately or worry about running out of power, you know. So yeah. And over the weekend, I was working on the GPS placement. See, I'm getting so old now that I can't see the GPS. Of course, the screen's this big and it's like this far away, right? So I moved it closer to me on the accessories arm. But I have a toe peak on, what do they call it? Ride case, I think. Clip. And there's nothing for the Garmin that will hook the Garmin up to that ride case clip and the mount. And the mount is fantastic. So I do what I always do. I used the Torx wrench and I took it apart and I figured out how to actually mount the spine clip for the Garmin. The Garmin, there's a clip for the spine, you know, kind of fits on the top like that, right? I mounted that on the toe peak bracket. And it works fantastic, it works amazing. Wow, I should have actually documented that because it's kind of a cool hack. But the GPS is closer to me and I can see it. I'm using it for the heart rate and all that stuff still. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm working on a video because last week, on Monday, I did a shakedown because I hadn't ridden the trike in so long. I'd put in the shop, and so I went to the trails because I knew it was nice and easy. But almost immediately, I didn't get 200 meters, and I had to turn around and go back. There's a big problem. And I had to solve the problem. And I took it to one of my factories that work with us, and they solved it. And it's all on video. So I am editing the video now. And hopefully later this week, I'll be able to upload it to my new channel, Jacked at 70, which I don't have much content there because quite frankly, I've been getting discouraged. It's illegal in India? You mean it's illegal to have a handheld GPS? Is that what you're saying? Which is ludicrous because all it does is tell you locations of things. I don't get it. Security concerns, that sounds like wow, that sounds like a poor excuse. What security concerns? What, they might have a point of interest? Oh my gosh, look at that. They got Church's Fried Chicken in India. Really? So if I go to India and I bring my eTrex because I want to go hiking or I want to look for geocaches. Wow. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. That's crazy. Anything that has satellite connectivity, one needs a license. So I need a license for my mobile phone, right? Obviously a drone. I can see that. But here's the thing. It doesn't actually have satellite connectivity. And I know you're not the authorities. I'm not arguing with you. It's a receiver. It's one way. The handheld GPS doesn't send signals to the satellites. It's just one way. So, that is just crazy. What that sounds like to me is a money grab. Haha. But a lot of countries in Asia have some backwards kind of laws. And one of them is kind of crazy because we find, okay, I know what they're talking about. They're talking about the inReach. The Garmin inReach does transmit to satellites because it's an emergency, like it's an SOS system, right? But so that could be what they're talking about. The new iPhone supposedly can directly connect it to satellites in some instances, but anyway, oh well. It's gonna bug me. There was something I wanted to say. Don't know. But yeah, the Garmin inReach, because like if you're, in the woods and you hurt yourself, a lot of the GPS units have the inReach thing. Yeah, inReach, okay. That makes sense. My eTrex doesn't have inReach. But that makes sense. And not only do you need a license, for inReach, you need a subscription. But I'm sure those two things aren't the same. So yeah. Whatever you do, wherever you go, you gotta obey the laws. And I'm an advocate for obeying the laws, even if they're crazy. Oh, well. Oh, well. I would like to go to India, but my wife doesn't want to go. So I'll have to go by myself if I go. Huh. But I would. That'd be cool. I love that. That's bugging me because I can usually remember to go back. What's going to happen is I'm going to go home later. I'm going to look at the replay. I'm going to be, oh, you fool. I was getting ready to say something, and then he started talking about the Garmin's illegal, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, well, can't be that important. Yeah, so go back around. This is more interesting. This action camera is fantastic. I really like it. And the stab on it is good. The stabilization. How it maintains the horizon. And, you know, it's just really, really good. There you go. Almost looks like a gimbal. It's a very wide point of view, bro. Very wide. So anyway, mark my words, if you want to get the anti-gravity drone, go ahead. But my prediction is it's going to fail because as soon as DJI releases their drone with 360, the game is over. Because the drone will be backwards compatible with everybody's controller. So you don't have to buy anything new except the drone. And that's the hit. They're already in the drone business and they got the 360. They acquired it. So at the beginning I asked, what's harder? Adding a drone to 360 or adding 360 to a drone? And of course the answer is it's a lot easier to add 360 to an existing drone. So it is remarkably clear, isn't it? I'm pointing over here because that's a dark corner and I want to see the low light performance. Wow. That's my arm over there. It looks like daylight. But it's a dark corner, man. Wow. So let me do this. That's a very dark area now. Let me do that. Wow. Doesn't look dark at all. Looks phenomenal. I'm really impressed. Oh yes. But the thing is, that's what that, you know, the anti-gravity drone is all about. Is these guys invented a new drone and added 360 to it. And it, you know, I mean, they must have been horrified because I mean, listen, you can't just do this. It takes a year and a half, 2 years at minimum, right? I mean, they've been working on this drone for a long time. They must have been absolutely horrified when DJI announced that they had their own 360 camera because then they realized the game is up. DJI is just going to add 360 to their drones. Yeah, isn't it? The shadows are amazing, isn't it? Wow. I'm really happy with this thing. I have no complaints. So I used it on the trail, and I made this video, and I'm editing them, and I should be finished with it. I'm gonna say by the end of this week, and you'll see what happened. It's pretty cool. But I had a couple issues, and I might not be out of the woods yet. Trike is old. Now I bought it in 2008. It's old. Company got sold, that made it. The new company isn't exactly enthusiastic about supporting the old stuff. They'd prefer that I spend 2,500 USD on a new one. Not gonna. But yeah, that's what's going on. It was a pretty interesting video, and I think it's going to be, I think it should do well. But it's on my new channel, and nobody knows my new channel, so when that video drops, I'll tell everybody. Now, for now, I'm in a complete mess over here. Been talking and eating and stuff, and crunch, crunch, crunch. But I came on because J-Boy said I should come on. And I want to give you my insight about this drone thing because, yeah, I mean, I could see it coming. Can you imagine, though, anti-gravity? What was going through their head? Oh yeah, we're gonna drop this 360 drone, and then DJI comes out with the 360 camera. Then they realize, oh, all they gotta do now is add that to their line of drones. Yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm doing this as a front. Okay, there's a front and a rear screen. Now the front screen is not 16 by 9, but that's cool. We could do the old periscope. Remember that? Like, whoa, that's cool. I'm gonna sign off, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go home, take it easy, get some rest because that helps so much. And I'm gonna go out riding tomorrow and fasting, and I'm gonna see how much weight I can lose this week, and we'll see what happens. Because it's ridiculous. I'm too heavy. What are these crowns? Can you guys tell me what this is? I don't know what this is. It's like there's crowns and stuff, on the, you know what I'm saying? Where, yeah, I don't know what that is. And I don't know if that was even legible. Maybe it was. J-Boy's number 1, it says. Dave's number 2. It says 0 crown, 0 XP up at the top, and then it says 75 XP and 50 XP. Oh, on the bottom it says you can do it. Keep showing support to make it to the top 50 XP. I don't know what that means. It must mean something to do with engagement, but I don't know. I'm not paying attention to this, so. Thanks, J-Boy. And look for some more content because I'm taking the cameras with me every day. I'm even taking the Fujifilm, the still camera. The Fujifilm does some amazing video work too. But I'm taking that with me in the field because I run across things and I want to photograph them. I want to get some, genuine still photos from a real camera. But yeah, so I'll let you know. I'm thinking about going down to the waterfront tomorrow, taking my bike out to what they call the Green Corridor, up and riding up in that area near the fish market, because there's a lot of tree cover, and lately it's just been so hot. But I have another story that I want to tell you guys, not now, but I want to tell you the story about how I am controlling mosquitoes at my house, at the front door and the back door. by using paradise fish. This is something that has been a part of Taiwan culture for who knows how long, decades and decades. And it's kind of fallen by the wayside. And if you look at the Wikipedia article for paradise fish, they specifically mention that Taiwan has an increase in certain forms of mosquito-borne diseases because the habitat, the natural habitat for the paradise fish has been reduced. And I put some in pots in the front of my house and the back of my house. Let me tell you, the mosquitoes are gone. They eat the eggs, they eat the larvae, they eat the mosquitoes while they're laying eggs. It is amazing. So that's a story I want to tell you guys. But for now, let me go ahead and sign off. And I thank you so much, and J-Boy, Dave, and anyone else who might be, excuse me, anyone else who might be connected to us here, but haven't said anything, so I want to thank you so much. And we're going to end this live stream now.